This very old and rather sad looking loco was designated a non-runner and placed quite low down on the priority list for my Fix It Friday videos. As you can see, it is dead on arrival, no power whatsoever. However, I accidentally diagnosed what was wrong, so he has now been promoted to Tune-Up Tuesday. Hello YouTubes, and welcome to a rather crusty edition of Tune-Up Tuesday. As you can see, this loco has seen better days. First of all, I will show you how I accidentally discovered what could be wrong with this on the track. When we place it on the track, add some power, the power unit will hum, but nothing happens. However, I had the shell off and I was just kind of playing about and I accidentally touched this and there was a spark and a bit of life. Then I realised this, let me turn the power down, this is actually a ground which is directly attached or touching a positive. So if I bend this up, make sure we're back on the track, add some power. Did you see that? We have movement. So that means it just needs a right good clean. Let's go back to the bench. Now, as you know, I am no expert. However, to me, this looks like an Athearn, albeit possibly a rather old one. The trucks are quite different, and I'm not altogether sure how they are removed. So I need to investigate this before I do something stupid. But the very first thing I'm doing is getting rid of this bar, because if I can, I will be hardwiring a wire from there to there, which looks like someone might have tried that before, because there is solder on top of that, and I can't think why there would be solder there, although there's no solder on that one. Anyway, I'm taking this bar off and ditching that. So I will just be soldering a wire from there to there and a wire from there to there. Okay, how do we get this off without breaking it? I could actually just disconnect this drive shaft for now. Let's see if we can use a little screwdriver to lever this out, because this will probably just be, well, I hope it is at least. I hope this is just a little push-in ball joint thing. So lever that there, that'll come apart. Okay, the truck still doesn't want to release. Oh my goodness. So I see a little screw there. There isn't one on that side, but underneath that screw is actually part of a coupler for some weird reason. How bizarre. Okay, I'm still no closer to working out how this comes out. There is a locating pin on the underside, like the newer Athearns I'm used to. And there's a clip here. I wonder if this clip releases somehow. Is it a clip? It kind of looks like a clip. I'm not seeing how it comes apart. Oh, hold on. Ah, okay. So there's a little tab there. Presumably there's one on the other side. Oh, which has already come out. So there's a closer look. Do you see the little clips? Okay, so that will go back in that way. Kind of upside down. It's weird, you would expect it to go that way. But the back one's the same, so I guess that's how it works. Okay, so now that will come out. Lovely. I need to take this screw out and find out why there's a coupler in there. Hopefully it'll make sense. I mean, you wouldn't just put a coupler in there. They've used it as a washer or something, right? But why? And it's a really long, I think it's holding this in. Yep, I think, oh goodness, no, it's holding the truck together, look. How bizarre. They've used a coupler as a washer. A broken coupler at that, but I'm not going to throw it out yet because I might need it. Okay, let us continue to dismantle. One side, connecting bar, other side. So all these little brass locating holes, what would we call them? Wheel bearing connector holes, I don't know what they're called. Okay, so we'll try and keep this sided so we can have a rough idea how to put it back together. Next up then, I'm going to put some gloves on. This is getting pretty dirty. Let's get some kitchen towel under here. Excuse me, frog in my throat. Okay, how does this come apart without breaking it? Looks like there's a tab there and there, one at each side. Do we just push this in? Not with that. Yep, that goes in there. And down, does it? And this one, in and down. Yep. Okay. Not sure what's going to happen here. Let's take this off. Everything just pops out. Not sure if I liked it doing that. So we have oh boy. This wheel obviously would sit underneath that worm gear, and it's got teeth on it. This wheel, if I can figure out how to get it out, okay, so that slides out. We've got a little thrust washer at either side, which I think go on the outsides of these plastic shoulder things. Anyway, that comes out, and as you can see, this wheel has 0 gear in the middle. In fact, it looks like it's been cut off. This is getting so strange. So at the moment, we have got one drive wheel or one drive axle in this. And I cannot think for the life of me why someone would grind down the teeth in this. Oh well, let's continue. It was at least moving, so if we've still got, you know, drive wheels on this side, we might still get a working loco at the end of this. That gear looks fine. I tell you what's strange is it's kind of like a tractor tire, or a, you know, it's an arrowed tire. I'm not sure the term for that. Which means that the drive gear is also shaped like that. This is so peculiar. And I need to make sure when I put this back in, it's got a little groove there. That must sit in there or it won't line up. The good thing is it's actually quite clean. It's just very dry. So I will, again, that's really clean. It really doesn't need anything done to it other than some lube. Wheels obviously need cleaned. So I will clean the wheels and then just try and reassemble that best I can. Also, we'll need to clean these holes here because they're manky. And then reassemble. Right, let me clean these. I'll just start with some IPA, but I think I'll need to give these a bit of a scrub. Although that one doesn't look too bad, to be fair. Clean the little shaft as well, because that is where it reaches into the body for the one side of the power pickup. So that shaft must be clean also. Yeah, it's pretty dirty. think the other side's going to be bad though. I don't think I need to use the fiberglass pencil for that one. Right, this one, however, this one's pretty nasty. Yeah, we'll give it a wee brush with the fiberglass. Let's just try and clean out the gear area. It doesn't look too bad, but there's some nasty stuff at either side of the gear itself. There's some growth. That'll do. Right, let me clean up these things. They're definitely going to need a bit of a scrub. In fact, I think I will use my little brass pen for this. Give it a fighting chance. Okay, that's a bit better. Just try to get as much of the liquid out of there as possible. Oh, I've got another one to do. Right, that's a bit better. So they're clean, wheels are clean. This needs lubed. Put it back together. If I can remember how. Okay, I need to get these in the slots. Let's get some grease in there. Right, what was in next? Wheels? Was it? No, was it? I can't remember. Was it this and then the wheels? I think it was this. And it went round that way. Yeah, that would make sense. Remember to get the little thrust washeries. Nope, that can't work then. So it's got to be... Oh, yeah. Okay, so this goes in this way. Therefore, the wheels do go in first, right? The one without any gears, and the one with the gears. Thrust washers on the outsides. That sits down there. Turning only. Oh, this is a bit fiddly. Is that little... Where does that washer go? So it looks like one thrust washer goes way over here, and this one, they must go on the inside, right? They must. Insides. Yes, that would make more sense, right? Okay. I forgot to put the other wheel in. It's not really doing anything anyway, just balancing it a bit. I think what possibly happened there was that the gear in that one broke and it was just causing trouble, so they just ground it down. Can't think of any reason why you would grind it down unless, you know, it was misbehaving. Okay, so I needed to somehow get this over the top while keeping that in place. This is not fun. I might have enough grease in there to prevent it falling down, but I do need to get some at least on this worm gear. And you know what? I'm going to put some on the other side, purely because it might rub against that plastic shaft in the middle of the, between the wheels. So that wouldn't do any harm. Right, big challenge. Let's get this on. Wibbly wobbly. Obviously my top shaft is falling down. That's okay, I can lift that up there. I think I'll be able to manipulate everything once we're almost in. So I need that shaft right up there. Did I just fluke that? If I turn that, is it turning a wheel? Yes it is, look. So it's not got the strongest of clip to hold it in down there, which is kind of worrying. Okay, let us, it's definitely clipped in. Right, let's get these back in. Not that way, let's go that way. Right, I'm just going to put a little squirt of oil down there, these little holes. Same on the other side. Right, let's see if we can figure out how to get this back in. And try and remember where this went. Oh, tell you what else we need to do. I need to clean that. And I have yet another pen for this, which is just kind of steel. Because this is transferring the another side power pickup, negative you could call it, up through the chassis. So it comes from the wheels, transfer it to the axle transfers it into there, and then it goes from there up to here, and then it goes up to the body. I know these things now, which means I also need to clean up that section there where that locates in. Okay, one thing at a time. I think my glove just farted. Okay, where was I? Try to put this together. So, let's see, that has to go in there. This has to go, oh, this needs cleaned as well. No biggie, everything needs cleaned. That's solder, so that's okay. That's going to get resoldered at the top anyway. Okay, this goes, oh, you stay in. You go over there. And you go over there and hold it all together in a nice, neat package. Let's make sure that my gear still turns the wheels. Yeah, it's turning the wheels at the back. They're in the right place. Just need to get that screw in with my little with my little coupler washer. I'm just going to keep that for now, it's funny. Through there. Screw that together. And I do believe that side is done. crazy. Almost done actually, just a little squirt of oil around that shaft. And just a little bit in there. Okay, that was fun. I'll get this one done. Hopefully it's exactly the same, except hopefully it's got 2 drive gears, and I'll bring you back when that's clean. Okay, both my trucks are now clean. This one was just as dirty, but it did at least have 2 drive wheels. They're all clean. Let's move on to the body, the chassis. So I'm going to snip this off because I won't be using that, except to get a ground feed for an LED when I finally install one. Ooh, hope I never need that again. So I need to clean my commutator. I need to just give this top bar a quick clean up because, as I say, I'm going to be soldering on a wire from one side and the other side. That's fine. And while I remember, let's clean down there with my metal scrapey pencil-y thing. That is the chair making the creaky sound, not my knees. My knees make a completely different creaky sound to that. Okay, that connection's clean, that's clean, that's clean. Well, I suppose I better give this a bit of a clean. Oh, it's got a bit of solder on it, but no harm in giving that a quick scrubby dub. That'll do. So all that's left to clean is the commutator, which is pretty manky. Let's attack that with my fiberglass pencil. Oh, that's coming up nice. Look at this filth. Filth, I tell you. I'm using quite a lot of IPA, so I need to make sure it's all nice and dried out before I try and run it, or it'll just spark like you know what. Nasty. Right, get some Q-tips in there, try and soak it all up. Yeah, that's coming up quite nice actually. I think this could be an absolute dream to run. With its 3-axle drive. Right, a little squirt of oil down there. Don't really want to put in any of the commutator, it's a bit tight in there, but I will put some in there, a little bit in there. We can now reassemble the trucks. With their strange upside down clips. But first, drive shaft. Okay, so this is this one. Oh no, that's a cap for the oil. It goes on there. Thought it was a drive shaft. So this goes in there. Poke that up there, it locates on its little doodah, and obviously that is the wrong way around because that's not reaching there, so this must be the truck for the other side. Turn you around, and he's already got his draft shaft still on, so this should fit right in there. Like so, locates on its pin. Got its weird upside down clippy thing. Hook that round there. And into the slots. Ah, that was actually quite easy. Okay, not a bad design then. Let's get this one clipped back on there. Get the next truck up. through there. Slide his wee drive shaft in. Well, it goes in one way. It's got a keyway. And like so. Locates on its chassis pin. Upside down clip. Curl it round there. Turn it round. Find its little locating holes. And clippity clip. And we're in. Nice. Actually not bad, is it? Bad design at all. So, we're almost there. I just have to get a bit of wire to go from there to there and there to there. Okay, today I will be using red wire. I just use whatever wire I've got left over from the last project. Don't need a huge amount actually. I might even be able to just cut this in half, yeah. Because it just needs to go from there to there. That was probably enough, yep. Okay, that's for that side. There to there. I will flux these little wires up, or tin them up. I'm just turning up the temperature for my soldering iron because it will need to be quite hot to get a bit of solder in those tabs. One wired in, bit of flax, bit of solder, wires are ready. Okay, let's get some solder on there. Let's spread some flux on that. Bit on there, bit on there. Down there. You know, I don't like how close that tab is there. I'm going to just bend it up a bit. Yeah. Don't want it interfering with what's going on underneath. Right. So, as I say, this needs a fair bit of heat. Just get a bit more on there. A little bit on there. I don't want to go too hot with this because it's right on top of some plastic. A little bit there. Get some wire on there. Other side. And I do believe the job is done. Where's the shell? Oh, it's probably still at the track. Right, I'll see you at the track, guys. Are you ready to be amazed at my genius with my 3-axle drive loco? I'm even going to put this shell on for the amount of effort it takes, you know, why not? I don't think this is the right shell for this. It's not exactly sitting flush. Anyway, it'll do. Let's give it some power. And expect a miracle. Go! Ugh, they always need a bit of a shove because I've got so much alcohol in there. I heard you move, come on. Maybe I put the shell on prematurely. Give him a wee spin. Are we going the right way? Yes. Almost there. There it goes. Right, you can just get back here and get your shell on. You know what? Since he's been such a good boy, let's put an LED in him. Try and make him look halfway presentable, because put it this way, it couldn't look any worse. Let me slap an LED in there. Okay, LED is now installed. Quick confession, I actually had the trucks in the wrong way around, so it was going backwards when it should have gone forwards, and it was going forwards when it should have gone backwards. And I didn't need to tell you that, but I'm sure someone would have spotted it, and I would have hated to have been called out for that. Right, let's see how it looks, drives, and sounds. I also added a little bit of blue tack inside the shell just to stop it falling off, so I can pick it up like that now without dropping it on the floor. Not that I ever did that. Come on. Right. We're on. Okay. Let's go. And it might sound a bit rough because it has to go around the track a few times to lube it all up, right? Here we go. Oh, LED's working. That looks quite nice. Sounds awful, but as I say, we'll give it a lap or two. One lap down. Let's go a little bit quicker. Let's see what the creep's like. A little bit rattly, but smooth enough. Absolutely fine for a yard shifter, switcher. I'm going to have to run this all night, see if we can smooth it all up. Actually looks kind of cool in an old junky sort of way. I'm happy with that. And they say you can't polish a turd, or maybe you shouldn't polish a turd. Anyway, it's not a turd anymore. It is back to life. So that was one of the locos I got from Rick in his big massive collection he gave me. Rick, there we go. I don't know how much that means to you, but it's running around my track again. So thanks, Rick. And thanks everyone else who sends me locos like this that need a little bit of TLC. I'm ready, willing and able to try anything these days. What's the worst that can happen? Sits on this shelf until I learn how to do it. Anyway, take care everyone. And I will see you on Friday for an actual Fix It Friday. Bye for now.